What is going on? In this video, we're just going to get straight to it. Now, if you have not been watching my previous videos, I'm actually doing a documentary / day in the life of me literally growing a $500 account. And within this $500, I am doing this on live streams, on my VIP, pre-recorded videos like this, and day in the life videos. So if you are not subscribed, this is the time you definitely want to make sure you tune in. But we're just going to go ahead and talk about where we're at with the account and talk about the strategies I'm using. So if you guys want to see the strategies and the mental and understand my whole play on how I'm gonna go about this, definitely tune in. So here you guys see, this is actually my journal, Lock It Trade journal that I'm using, which basically helps me know what strategies is producing, what strategies isn't. It also lets me know what times I really should be trading, what pairs I should be trading, and so forth. So that's pretty much what we're going to be using for this account. Now, as you guys see, we started with this account of $521 and something cents. Very first trade I took was August 1st. We're only trading oil. We're supposed to be only trading oil, but we also got a couple other trades in here, which is also US 30, but we're mainly focusing on oil. Knowing that we did take some 30 trades kind of tells me that I need to chill out and just stick on oil. And we're going to talk about that in the end of this video. I took my very first trade, just random trading. Now, what just random trading is basically me taking a trade with absolutely no strategy or concept behind it as far as my rules, and just me not really following suit with my rules. And that's basically what this is. And I have this here because I want to know how many times I go against my rules, and I need to have that in my journal so I know, make sure I don't go about doing this again. After taking this trade, my account did go up to 524, and then I took another trade using my favorite strategy, which is the strategy we're going to be talking about in this video, the 3-man standing strategy. $340 off that, which actually got my account up 64%. And then I went ahead and took another trade, took an L on that one. That was another just random trading. I'm trading without my rules. This was a US 30 trade. Took another oil trade, supposedly got a 313%, and that brought my account up to $752. Guys, this is why I love trading oil, because with oil, especially if you use the right broker, you can make so much money if you know how to play it. My number one strategy is the 3-man standing. Now, with this particular trade, I did an RSI divergence trade, and I'm actually going to talk about that too. Now, going into my other trades, these are basically all my 3-man standing trades I took. I'm gonna kind of skim through this, but we took another US 30. We end up losing $184, which brought our account down to 630. And then we end up catching the fire oil trade once again, which brought our account up at 790. That was a 25%. Now, I took this L right here at a 22%. Now, here's my rules. I have a rule where I am supposed to be risking no more than 30%. I increased it to 30% because I'm being a little bit more aggressive. I'm gonna talk about some trades because this happens a lot, right? But as you see, I took another 30 trades, brought my account up 20 more percent. Brought me to $900. Now, these 3 trades right here were supposed to be, or really just these 2 trades right here, US 30. These were supposed to be trades I was supposed to exit out a long time ago, but I end up holding these trades out a little longer. So I put in notes here where I says, notice market decided to head down. Even when the trade was heading down, I decided to hold the trade a bit longer, which resulted to a bigger L. That was my mistake right there. I was not supposed to hold that trade out. I went ahead and said, you know what, let me just hold it out because I do see it going up. And this is right here. If I was to continue to hold this trade, I would have blew my account 100%, because at this time 30 was still dropping, and I got out this trade at 11 a.m. and it was still dropping all the way up to about 4 p.m. Central Time. It was still dropping. I was like, see, this is why I got out the trade. You cannot marry a trade too long, because that is where you blow your account. I did take an L on US oil, and that resulted to $230, and that was definitely not no negative 224%. Like I said, there's something going off here. There's something that had happened from here to here, and I got to figure out what it was. But other than that, we took some other trades, which resulted to some fire trades. And then, of course, we had my account went up tremendously after taking a bunch of oil trades. Now, as you guys see, my overall win rate is a 71% at this time. And this is including every single trade I took from the 3-man standing, just random trading, which is, like I said, trades I just take without following my rules. And then my RSI. Okay, so as you guys see, I took a total of 17 trades that were winners, and then I had 7 losses. And then when I come into my details, I can see everything that I need to know and exactly what times I seem to make the most money. And I already know this because this is the journal I actually had used to perfect my strategy and to perfect why I love oil. For those that's wondering why I love oil, thanks to this journal, is pretty much really what it is. Also, as you guys see, a lot of my, obviously all my top trades are US oil. So this tells me that I need to stop trading 30. All right, so I really want to touch on the one trade that I took with the RSI. I think that was one of the biggest trades, and also this trade right here. So With the RSI divergence, this is one of my strategies that I don't really trade a lot, but sometimes I look at it. What it is very simple. I look at the RSI and I always look for divergence first. Once I find divergence, the next thing I like to do is find the previous structure. At that time, we had divergence, which is this red highlighted area down here. And the moment we created divergence, I went ahead and figured out where's the structure. I need to know where the structure is, most recent structure. And that was right here. So I instantly said, you know what? Once market decides to break this, I'm going to get in this trade. I actually jumped on this on a lower scale because I wanted to get in at a tight entry, because I already seen on a higher scale, a 15-minute play, that we had divergence. My stop loss was ideally down here, and I was looking to obviously just take the trade pretty much at a certain time I wanted to get out, which was about the time Asian session starts, which doesn't really do much. And the reason why I got out early is because I usually was thinking, I was thinking of holding the trade, but the fact that we had a very impulsive trend, usually when we get a very impulsive trend, we get a long correction, and sometimes the market is just super dead. So I decided to say, you know what, once New York session is completely over, going into Tokyo session, I'm gonna just cut my losses or cut my wins at this point and just leave it like that. And that resulted to about a $500 win, literally from down here to here, which you might not see this as a lot, but like I said, guys, I scalp, so you know I risk a little bit more. Now, there was also another fire trade that I was able to call in a VIP intake, which was this move right here. This was based off of a small play of momentum going down because of the previous structure was already a downtrend. My concept of my 3-man standing is a breakout retest, but we look for that in the midpoint, is what we like to call it, after we establish the range. So basically what I mean by that is, if you come over here, you guys will see that market from this high to this low is my range. How is that? Very simple. I look at the previous structure. Notice right here, this was my previous low. The moment we broke through that, this became my most recent high as far as the range, which basically means this is the beginning of the range. Now, I need to know when the end of the range is going to happen, but the only way I would know that is if we were to take out this high, which we did here. So the moment we took this high out, I was instantly like, all right, now we have a range. We're already going down because we broke structure here. I'm looking to sell it. Next thing I like to do is take out my Fibonacci, which I don't do because I eye it now, but I take my Fibonacci from that high to that low or that range, and I look to see where 50% in the 618 is at. And anything from there or above, that's my target point that I'm looking to enter. Seeing that I see right here we have consolidation, I am instantly going to say this is an area of interest for me. So the moment we tap into this, that's when I get interested. Now, at the time, I wasn't even looking at market at this time because I wasn't up, right? I trade during New York in London session, and I'm up around 6:30 to 7 a.m. and so forth is where I'm checking the market. So I noticed this move right here and I was like, I'm not too satisfied with this candle. Let me wait on another push and see if we can get it. And we got it. And right here is where I had entered because I seen market created what we like to call a double top after structure breaks. That's when I like to sell double tops. And I seen that we had an engulfing candle, which resulted to boom, a power move, which I just basically took it here. I didn't even plan on it to drop that dramatic, but the reason why we did drop so aggressively is because on a 1 hour scale, we simply had a impulsive trend breakthrough. So what I like to always talk about is when you draw out your trend lines and we break a structure off a trend line, wherever that trend line dot starts, basically from here, you can draw your fibs from this low to this high, and then it'll be the same exact play. So my 3-man standing concept was another thing. So the other trade I took was here. And the reason why I took this trade was because we got a pullback. A lot of people see this as a break of structure and they're like, change of character, we're going down. My eyes, I'm like, no, we're only doing a pullback based off of bigger play because it broke bigger structure, which was this trend line. And that was from this range. This trend line is just an active range. I'm gonna say that again. This trend line is just an active range, meaning that this trend line is identifying this range and that's it. So I know in my head, well, we're just pulling back off of this bigger range because this is where my 3-man standing concept break and retest strategy comes in. And boom. So I was able to activate and trigger this trade because of that. That's pretty much how I'm able to get in these really cool trades and so forth. Now, once again, I'm taking this account to $10,000 and that's my goal. I'm using iSpring FX and Trade Locker. And if you guys want to get tuned in, you definitely can. Definitely want to tune into the journal. You definitely can. That information is down below. And if you guys want to check out more of my videos, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would appreciate y'all to comment. Let me know if y'all like this and I'll drop more for sure. Other than that, it's your boy Solo checking out. See you guys in my next video. Peace.